Alexander the Great stands as one of history's most illustrious rulers. Hailing from Macedonia, he entered the world in 356 BC, ascending to the throne of Macedonia at the tender age of 20. Possessing boundless ambition, Alexander harbored a grand vision of uniting all the world's inhabitants. From his Greek roots, his influence radiated eastward, extending as far as modern-day Pakistan. His enduring legacy persists to this very day. We'll meticulously detail his conquests from city to city and recount the clashes with kings and emperors. Join us as we chronicle this remarkable journey, exploring the genius of Alexander's plans and the legacy he left behind. Early life and childhood. Alexander the Great's early life and childhood played a significant role in shaping him into the legendary figure he became. Born in July 356 BC in Macedonia, Alexander was the son of King Philip II and Queen Olympia. From an early age, he was surrounded by the power and influence of the royal court. As a child, Alexander received an exceptional education. Under the tutelage of the renowned philosopher Aristotle, he gained knowledge in a wide range of subjects, including mathematics, science, and philosophy. This education not only expanded his intellectual abilities, but also instilled in him a love for learning and a thirst for knowledge. However, Alexander's childhood was not without its challenges. His relationship with his father was often strained, as Philip II favored his son's half-brother. This fueled Alexander's ambition to prove himself worthy of his father's attention and the throne of Macedonia. Alexander's upbringing also exposed him to the world of military tactics and strategy. He accompanied his father on numerous military campaigns, witnessing firsthand the art of warfare and the tactics employed by his father's armies. It was during these formative years that Alexander developed his leadership skills, adaptability, and determination. His childhood experiences laid the foundation for his future achievements as a military genius and conqueror. Alexander becomes king. In 336 BC, tragedy struck the young Alexander when his father, King Philip II of Macedonia, was assassinated by his own bodyguard. At just 20 years old, Alexander found himself thrust into a position of immense power and responsibility. With the throne now his, he wasted no time in eliminating any potential rivals, ensuring his own sovereignty and solidifying his position as the new king of Macedonia. But Alexander's ambitions went beyond merely maintaining his father's kingdom. He had his sights set on conquering the world. Following in Philip's footsteps, he embarked on a campaign to continue the expansion of the Macedonian Empire. To consolidate his rule, Alexander appointed the experienced General Antipater as regent to oversee affairs in Macedonia. With this important task delegated, Alexander led his army towards Persia, the ultimate prize he sought to capture. The first major obstacle in Alexander's path was the Granicus River, where he faced a combined force of Persians and Greeks. Undeterred, Alexander led his troops to a decisive victory, showcasing his military prowess and establishing his dominance over his enemies. Buoyed by this early success, Alexander's army pushed further south into Asia Minor. Along the way, they encountered resistance in cities such as Miletus, Mylasa, and Halicarnassus. While these sieges were not easy, they demonstrated Alexander's determination and unwavering resolve. Halicarnassus, in particular, held out long enough for King Darius III of Persia to gather a substantial army. Alexander's rise to power was marked by a series of military victories that showcased his tactical brilliance and unyielding determination. His conquests would go on to shape the course of history and leave an indelible mark on the world. But the greatest challenges still lay ahead, as Alexander set his sights on the mighty Persian Empire and the ultimate prize of world domination. Stay tuned as we delve into the remarkable conquests and expansion of the Macedonian Empire in the next section of our video. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel for a continuous stream of captivating content like this. Battle of Issus. Next in Alexander the Great's military campaigns was the epic Battle of Issus. This battle would prove to be a defining moment in his quest to conquer the Persian Empire. In 333 BC, Alexander faced off against the Persian king Darius III and his massive army. The location of the battle Issus provided an advantage to the Persians due to its narrow passageways and rugged terrain. However, Alexander was determined to prevail, and he skillfully utilized his superior military tactics and strategy to outmaneuver the enemy. As the battle commenced, Alexander's cavalry launched a devastating attack, striking fear into the hearts of the Persian soldiers. With their precision and speed, the Macedonian horsemen wreaked havoc on the enemy lines, causing chaos and confusion. Meanwhile, Alexander led the infantry charge, engaging the Persian infantry head-on. Despite the challenging landscape, Alexander's forces pushed forward relentlessly. Their unwavering determination and superior combat skills proved to be the key to their success. The battle raged on for hours, but in the end, the Macedonians emerged victorious. The Battle of Issus was a significant turning point in Alexander's campaign. Not only did it secure his position as the rightful conqueror of the Persian Empire, but it also served as a symbol of his military prowess and leadership. The victory at Issus propelled Alexander further towards his ultimate goal of world domination. This monumental battle demonstrated Alexander's ability to adapt to any situation, overcome obstacles, and lead his troops to victory. It solidified his reputation as a brilliant military strategist and cemented his place in history as one of the greatest military minds of all time. The Battle of Issus was just one step in Alexander's remarkable journey towards conquering the known world. Conquests and expansion of the Macedonian Empire. After his victory at Issus, Alexander the Great's conquests and the expansion of the Macedonian Empire continued at an astonishing pace. With his unwavering determination and unmatched military strategy, he led his army to victory after victory, gaining control over vast territories. One of his notable conquests was the capture of the city of Tyre. In January 332 BC, facing the heavily fortified island of Tyre situated off modern-day Lebanon's coast, Alexander remained undaunted. Undeterred by the challenges posed by the city's strategic location and heavily fortified walls, Alexander devised a brilliant plan to overcome these obstacles. He ordered the construction of a causeway that connected the mainland to the island, allowing his troops to breach the city's defenses and claim victory. Another remarkable conquest was the Siege of Gaza. This heavily fortified city stood as a stronghold on the road to Egypt. Despite facing fierce resistance and enduring a grueling siege, Alexander's relentless determination and ingenuity prevailed. He devised a strategy to divert the flow of the city's water supply, leaving the defenders vulnerable to his attacks. With this cunning tactic, he successfully captured Gaza and further expanded his empire. Alexander's conquests also extended into Egypt, where he was welcomed as a liberator by the local population. He founded the city of Alexandria, which would later become a thriving center of culture, learning, and trade. His military campaigns also took him as far as India, where he encountered resistance from powerful regional rulers but still managed to establish dominance. The Battle of Gaugamela and the defeat of the Persian Empire. The Battle of Gaugamela was one of the most epic encounters in Alexander the Great's campaign to conquer the Persian Empire. In 331 BC, Alexander faced off against King Darius III and his massive army on the plains of Gaugamela, near present-day Iraq. The Persian forces, numbering in the hundreds of thousands, seemed insurmountable, but Alexander's brilliance as a military strategist proved to be the key to victory. Alexander carefully studied the terrain and devised a plan to neutralize the Persian advantage. He positioned his forces in a strategic formation known as the phalanx, with his elite companion cavalry flanking the sides. As the battle began, the Persian army unleashed a fierce onslaught. But Alexander's forces stood strong, forming an impenetrable wall of shields. With precision and coordination, Alexander led his cavalry in a devastating charge, breaking through the Persian lines and creating chaos among their ranks. He personally targeted King Darius, but the Persian ruler fled the battlefield, leaving his army leaderless and demoralized. The Battle of Gaugamela resulted in a decisive victory for Alexander and the complete collapse of the Persian Empire. The defeat of Darius III and the Persian forces marked the end of an era and the beginning of Alexander's reign over a vast empire. The battle showcased Alexander's superior military tactics, his ability to inspire his troops, and his unwavering determination to achieve his goal of world domination. The victory at Gaugamela solidified Alexander's place in history as one of the greatest conquerors of all time. It also paved the way for the spread of Greek culture and the establishment of the Hellenistic world. Alexander's defeat of the Persian Empire had a profound and lasting impact on the course of history, shaping the political, cultural, and social landscape of the ancient world. Death of Alexander the Great. In 323 BC, Alexander, at the helm of a vast empire, endured the loss of his dear friend Hephaestion, rumored to be one of his homosexual lovers. His unquenchable thirst for global dominance led him to contemplate the conquest of Arabia, a dream unfulfilled. Tragically, Alexander the Great, having triumphed in countless fierce battles, met his demise in June 323 BC at the tender age of 32. The cause of death remains a subject of historical debate, with theories ranging from malaria to poisoning. Regardless, he departed without naming a successor, leaving his empire in disarray, and the hard-won unity he had forged began to unravel amidst bloody power struggles. In the grand tapestry of history, your viewership is appreciated. Should you find this presentation engaging, kindly bestow upon it a thumbs up. Align yourself with our channel by subscribing and ring the notification bell, ensuring you're never adrift when new historical narratives unfurl.